Ichigo! Yahoo! Hi everybody! I thought my mic wasn't plugged in for a second. I hope you're all having a good Thursday. Is it Thursday? I could have sworn it was Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Am I just stupid? Oh, I didn't stream on Monday. That's why I felt my clock was off. Hello Tyree, how are you? I hope you're all having a good day today. We're playing Cats and Pups today. I'm excited because last week I didn't get to play it because we had the tragedy, but it's okay. So I'm excited to play it more today. I think I've only played it once, technically. My drink today. Hello Pew Pew, how are you? My drink today is iced tea lemonade again, except I put some tea bags in it overnight, so it has a bit more of a tea taste. And yeah. I hope everyone's week is going well. It has been back to being hot as fuck here. It is so awful. I went outside and it literally hurt to touch my door. Like, it was fucking hot. And there are a bunch of squash bugs on my porch. It is awful. Other than that, because I'm a hikikomori and I stay in my room all the time, I'm pretty okay. Last year, when I moved here, the AC hadn't been serviced. It gets serviced once a year. And it had a coolant leak, so my entire summer, I was hot as fuck. I was so hot. It was awful. It was pumping non-stop and never turned off. So this summer, it has been so much better. Yeah. And, oh shit, I have to check my email. There are like 2 things I need to do. Hold on. I'm gonna write that down real quick, so I don't forget. Hashtag ADHD pen ASMR. I'll hold it close to the mic so you guys can get immersion. Actually, this pen writes pretty quiet. It's not like a pencil. If anybody's nosy, I have to register a gift card because I was part of another paid scientific study. And I have to forward my transcript. Okay. I just didn't want to forget. Especially the school year is getting closer, it's gonna get really busy. Probably. I am taking some super cool classes this year. I'm very excited. I'm taking a creative writing class. I've said it before that I kind of resent my major in a way because I get jealous of like the other like liberal arts students who get to go to like dance class and choir class and orchestra class and theater class, and I think when you're getting your humanities prereqs for most colleges, you can take those classes, but for whatever reason I just never did. I think I took like the most creative one I took was an intro to jazz one, so I know a lot about jazz history. I think because when I was getting my prereqs, my college didn't offer a whole lot. But I was able to get into a creative writing class, so I am very happy. Oh my god, my computer's saying there's hot days ahead. It's 88 degrees! Oh my god. Cat time! Privyatiki Dimitri! Katyala! And I am taking an African American education history class. I'm so excited. I took a religion in the US class last year and I really enjoyed it. I loved hearing about the different religions in the US and how they kind of came to the way they are. So I'm very excited about that. And then aside from that, I just have some boring ones like cybersecurity, international foreign policy, international security, all that boring bullshit that I'll have to do later in my career. In between getting touched by politicians. At work as always. Oh, I hope you're having a good day though. You should get like a yummy treat on the way home. Yona, I still need to post my Russian writings. I'm still doing them. I was going to post them daily, but I was like, I don't want to spam my YouTube feed, so I'll just post every week what I do. But then I like forget. But I still have my Russian practice notebook. I still use it. So if I don't post it, my apologies. It will get posted eventually. It's 10:11 a.m. for me right now. Ah, it is 9:12 or 21:12 here. Alright. It is... Oh, my camera's broken. That's why. Or not broken. It's just fucked up. It is... time to go to work for me. Getting ready to J-Cool. I'll fix it, trust. It will be fixed. I tried to commission Iron Vertex for a re-rig. Because as you guys know, I rigged this myself. I rigged myself, okay? I rigged myself. And I tried to commission Iron Vertex, but they didn't respond to my inquiry email. I don't think it was, like, bad. And I don't think Iron Vertex is like, oh, we only work with big VTubers. Like, I was just like, hey, here's my model. Here's its complexity. Can I get a quote? Or, like, how much would it be? Would you guys be willing to help, or not help, to let me commission you for rigging? And I didn't get a response. There's also just a possibility that, like, whoever was looking at the emails that day just, like, overlooked it, and I might just have to resend. Not to be a little hoity-toity, hold on, I'm gonna open my game, because this is a game that I can yap during. Alright guys, let's hope that the game does not crash. Oh, it needs to be installed. I forgot, because I was cleaning my computer trying to find out what the problem was, so I uninstalled a lot of things. Uploaded them to the cloud and uninstalled. Out of sync? What do you mean? Anyways, let's see if it works. Fingers crossed. I'm scared. Okay. Here we are. Dude, this is gonna go so fucking hard in the fall, bro. This is gonna be like peak fall cozy game. You already know. We're going to cut the power again today until this evening. Oh, boo! For the Ukrainian drones. Alright, I'm gonna do the thing that makes it lag, okay? It's gonna be scary. This give me flashbacks. This is where we were last time it happened. Okay. I think we did it. I think it's good. No, fuck! I fucked it up! I was trying to move it. Okay. I believe... Wait, there's pink on the side. No, there's pink on the bottom. Okay, we got it! Do we want the ASMR drink like last time? I'll put it on. And then last time I did all this together, everything exploded. And you guys can hear? I hope it's not too loud, actually. see. I'm gonna turn it down. I think that's good, right? Seems good to me. Alright. How's Undertale going? I beat the ghost mummy boss and, or not mummy, ghost mannequin dummy boss and Undyne. I think it was Undyne. Alright, tsuzukimasu. I just got like an arm paper cut. Cause I had my planner next to me and I moved my arm and it slid across it. Okay, we are broke because I think I bought a bunch. Some mushroom wear. Do you guys think I could? I've gotten told that I could do ASMR. I just don't know. Okay. So I think it's time to start our day. Oh wait. How's the sound? Is it loud? 12, 5, 5, 20, honey, strawberry, soft voice chatting. Like this. I get too excited when I'm talking to you guys. I'm a very ADHD person. Sometimes, some ways, when I do late night streams, I tend to just habitually talk quieter. Especially if I just showered, but I tend to just get very excited and talk very loud, usually. Whispers. I don't know, I haven't whispered in forever. Not enough money. Wait, what am I out of? 10. Why am I whispering still? Is this too loud for you guys? It feels too loud for me, but lower it a bit. Can you guys hear the drink okay? Combine soft voice with Duolingo. Whispering while learning it in new language. What am I low on, bro? Straw cup. I'm scared. I don't know what I'm low on. I'm gonna find out soon. Oh my god, I think it's coffee. Oh no, it's not coffee. Okay. Alright, let me start the coffee. Ooh! This is my first time having a person come in, and I don't remember. Is this a tutorial? Wait, I gotta get my bearings. I used to be so quick with this game. Okay. White chocolate, white chocolate. Hello. Oh, I over mixed that. And straw. Kerplunk. There we go. I don't know why that... Are they auto-appearing? I'm scared. I thought I had to ring the bell. Why is it like it's doing a tutorial? Okay. I'm scared. Cause if I... Oh wait, I think there was an update maybe. Maybe? Was this always down here? I don't know, probably like... Maybe like 2 to 4 hours? It depends. Okay, chocolate syrup. Ooh. dog racism. Cause I had to press like a check on the person, and then they would go away. Fuck. Ice. Milk. That was like just barely perfect. Black tea straw. Black tea, black tea. Black tea, hello? Tea? Can I... Oh, okay, I had to take that over here. There we go. Okay, and then... Okay, now I have to press check. I was confused. Okay. Took me a second to get my bearings. I think this is just the usual mode. Unless it changed it. Take a nap, take a nap. Have you been up all night? Milk. White tea. I don't remember having white tea, I'm gonna be real. I know I've had it, but I don't really know what it's like. Oh, he wants a Turkish coffee. I see ya. Good night, Pew Pew. I think that's correct. Okay. Iced lavender tea. What is that? Ah! I have contacts, right? Police. Police, please. Okay, he's gone. That was scary. Alright. What just thudded? I'll call 2 more police. Lavender. Because they like the croissants, I think. Ah! I thought it would stop. It's looking awful blue. Okay, it looks fine. What was that? That was like the robbery noise. My back hurts today. I don't know why. I've been sleeping bad recently. And like, I can't pinpoint why. I've just woken up with like burning eyes and grogginess. And I have so many journals already, but I really need to keep a like medical journal. I have an app that is for prepare stuff. That is for people with chronic illness. And you go and you can keep track of all your symptoms. And it asks how you slept. Oh shit, I fucked that up. Oh my god. Can I prepare the steamed milk overnight too? Okay. Okay, I think everything is ready. Oh wait, no. You can go in and it asks how you slept. You can add new symptoms, and one thing that I think is really cool is it uses the phone camera to... You put your fingertip on it in the morning, it turns on the flashlight, and it can see your pulse on your finger, and I can see it on the camera, because like when you put your finger on there with the light, it turns red, and there's a little white spot in the finger, and it has a pulse, and it measures your pulse and compares it to how it's been recently, and it tells you if you're having like a good day or if you're probably gonna have like a hard day, if you have to like pace yourself, etc. And I think it's pretty cool. Croak croissant. So I used that already, and I do have a little notebook series page where, or series, like a series of notebook pages, about 3 of them, 4 maybe, and that is just my entire like medical history that I have observed, that I know of, that I show to any new doctor I visit. And I also have a series of pages where I've written down like my blood pressure readings. And the doctor actually, because I said my old doctor has not been responding to my new doctor's medical records question, they put in the request. I don't know why there's 10 cups if I used cups already, but they put in the request to get my medical records so I could switch my medical care to my new doctor, and they haven't responded, which is why I stopped going to them anyways, because I couldn't even get in contact with them at all for anything important. What supplies are running low? So, oh, I see. I'm stupid. I'm stupid again. I'm always looking at the wrong number. So I was, my doctor, when I brought that in, he was like, this is actually very useful, and he actually photocopied it. Oh, I have $2. I was like, why can't I afford anything? That's why, bro. Oh wait, where's the little, like, this? Good night, 12-hour hibernation. I hope you have a good nap. And he photocopied it, and I felt so listened to that he felt that it was important enough, and he felt that I was a valid source of information enough to photocopy it. So that page is still pretty much all they have of my medical history, aside from the new stuff we've learned this year. And so I already have like that visible app and that little thing in my notes, my notebook. But I was kind of wanting to keep a more in-depth journal where I can like write everything and not just like limited to what the app keeps track of. It's a pretty good app, especially if I'm not feeling like, wait, but oh shit, that was chocolate. Fuck, that was white chocolate. I get white chocolate and vanilla mixed up. It's okay, I've got an extra. Alright, let's try that again. But I already do have like a lot of journals. I have what I guess YouTube would call, or the journal community would call, a journal ecosystem, and I kind of like, call me like a bitch, but I kind of like dislike, I don't know, I feel like nowadays like everything gets named. Everything has a name that doesn't really say much about what it is. It leaves a lot of confusion unless you're like in that particular community, when it could just have a more simple name. So what I gathered, because I wouldn't even say I'm in the journaling community. Bullet journaling maybe, but the bullet journaling community and the journaling community are different communities, to believe it or not. Oh, banana! Guys, banana! He wants a banana smoothie! Oh, I'm so excited. milk smoothie? Oh, holy shit, guys. Oh my goodness. Banana. Oh. Oh, that was it? That's the smoothie maker, right? How do I... What? Where's the smoothie? Coffee brewer. Blender. How do I push the banana in there? Hello? Banana? Is it already in? Maybe I was... What? Hello? That's just water. Oh, yummy yummy. Banana smoothie. Get yours while it's still here. They're going fast. What did I do wrong? I'm confused. Water, ice, banana blend. Am I stupid? Cold water. Oh shit, I forgot to stop it. Whatever. Oh my god, I'm so rusty. Banana. Right? Banana? There's nothing I can do to the blender. I'm so confused. What am I doing wrong? Okay, it worked that time. I don't know what the fuck I did the last time, but that was weird. Alright, let's try it again with this one. Anyways, so the journaling community will say, like, here's my journaling ecosystem, and it just means like the journals that they use and what they use them for. It took me forever to like piece that together. I blended it and it still looks so scary. Like, I'd click videos like that and it would just be like, here's my diary, here's my planner, goodbye. And I was like, is that it? It took me forever to realize that, oh, it's the journals that they're using or whatever. And I feel like, I don't know if it's my OCD in this, like, can you take this? I guess I'll just give him this. Oh, okay, he liked it. Well, it all worked out then. My OCD, I tend to, like, or not OCD. Actually, you know, it might be OCD. I meant to say my ADHD. I almost forgot to call the police. Dude, imagine joining the stream when I'm doing that. Just like, why is she fucking calling the police and serving them croissants? I almost forgot to drink my actual tea. Anyways, so I tend to have this like constant compulsion to put things into lists, and I don't think this is my OCD. I know it's a stereotype. First of all, let me be clear. I was diagnosed with ADHD and OCD like a long time ago, like when I was still a child. And I don't think I have organization OCD. There were some cases where it kind of appeared that way, especially how I would place things when cleaning. But that was actually autism in the way things were placed. I'd have to find like a picture example. Is there one left? Oh, there's one left. But actually my OCD does not give me this like list making compulsion. I believe it is my ADHD. Of course I could be wrong and it could just be both, which is probably more likely, but I tend to make lists of things. I like to write everything down. I started this habit when I was about 16. Ooh, honey ham. We can make honey ham and honey cheese. Does cheese and chocolate go well? I don't think so. I'm sure like salted chocolate goes together. I think we've done all the combinations that we can do right now. Anyways, so this started when I was 16. Before I was 16, unless it's something stupid, before I was 16, I was 15. Shocker. Shocking realization. Never saw that coming. The prequel nobody could foresee. And I was actually a very bad student. I was really unorganized, and this is for like a variety of reasons, but if we remove the autism and stress and like chronic illness from the equation, I just really, because of my ADHD, I just really kind of gave up on any school. I just like, because of the way that at least Western school runs, I don't really, you know, I could just say Kansan schools. I'm sure there are much better school districts out there than what I grew up in. But for today's sake, or the story's sake, I'm just gonna say, Western schools. So, at least in this, in that environment, oh, she's so, oh, they're cute, and she likes bananas? Oh, hell yeah. In the Western environment, especially, like, if you're neurodivergent, you're pretty, like, no matter how young you are, you get treated really hard if you can't keep up with things, if you fall behind, if you're not understanding. There's only really so much patience that the school has for you. Kind of to an extent, even if you are diagnosed with things, and if you're not diagnosed, you're kind of like extra screwed. So I just kind of, I think people thought that like they had tried this like gentleness with me, and I think they thought that like because I wasn't improving, the only way that I would improve was to just like tell me to walk in, basically. Oh, this didn't get blended. I was like, why does that look so strange? Well, that looks weird too. I don't know, I guess? No tip. These look so strange. Okay, at least that one turned out okay. Uh-oh. So I think because everybody was just getting more and more stern with me, I just kind of like gave up. Like when you hear like your teachers and parents being like, oh we're all explaining it to you and you're just not getting it, the ball is in your court, there's just nothing else we can do. It kind of just like had the opposite effect on me, where I wasn't really like motivated, not because I felt like shit, but I was just kind of like, okay, well if they're saying it, then I guess that's just the way things are then. Like, the adults know best and the adults are saying that I'm not getting it, so I guess I'm not getting it. And I just kind of accepted, like, yeah, I'm a bad student, I don't know much, I'm bad at learning. And I also had really bad handwriting, and that's important. And I know that that's a trait for like ADHD people or people that think quickly. Bad handwriting is a sign of like you think too fast for your like hand to keep up with, I guess. And that just kind of like contributed to, oh, he wants 2 of them? I think. Oh no, he wants ×2 sugar, okay. And that contributed to my kind of like sense of defeat, because like if I did sit down and try to take notes, I didn't know how to take notes, I didn't really know how to study properly. And having handwriting that was just like ugly to look at, I always said my handwriting made me nervous. Like I did have like, I have a piece of paper from my notes in science class in high school, and so I can show it, but the thing is, it wasn't even recognizable. It would change like every single day. It was just like bad. And so it just kind of like, it made my notes unorganized. And I didn't really enjoy writing. I just always felt like I was, I just always felt like I was writing wrong. And around this time, I decided to start studying Japanese, and I found that my Japanese handwriting was better than my English handwriting. And I guess this applies to Russian still. My Russian cursive is way better than my English cursive. But around like, let me think. So I had been studying Japanese, and upon studying, like self-studying, something like that, and this was the first time that I had tried to study outside of the traditional school structure, and I went at my own pace, and I was very surprised to find that I was actually not only picking up things very well, but I could take notes pretty well. Notes that actually helped me. And at first I thought, okay, this is just because this is something I'm interested in. But no, being removed from that like environment, what really helped me learn how to take notes. And then COVID happened, and so I made this goal. Oh, the chocolate went in there, whoops. I made this goal. I was like, okay, I really want to have better handwriting, and this seemed like something that was like impossible. Like I didn't know if it was possible to have good handwriting. I knew it was possible to like write neater and write slower, but I didn't know that like you could just change your handwriting. I feel like handwriting is in a way kind of like personal to each person. And so I didn't even really know if it was possible, but I had joined a handwriting subreddit. I showed my handwriting, and I actually got a handwritten letter from someone there. They handwrote with their ink pen, like one of the old quill pens. And they handwrote me a letter telling me to not give up. And I thought it was just the cutest thing ever. I saved that letter. That was when I was 16. I saved that letter, and I went to check on the person who wrote it a couple years ago, and their entire page, there was just some guy, his entire page was him trying to overcome his porn addiction, so a lot of his posts were him talking about that and asking for advice about that. So he was going through a rough time, and I sent him a little message. I was like, hey, that note you wrote me was really helpful. I still have it saved. I thought it was just the most thoughtful thing ever. And he was like, oh my gosh, I had completely forgotten about that. I can't believe you even still remembered me. I made it like a habit back then too. I would go back and, because I used Reddit a lot, I would go back and go through comments of people who had helped me, and like, if it was their cake day, I would wish them a happy cake day. And they'd be like, oh shit, I'm surprised you remember that. This is so old. And I always thought it was cute how happy Redditors get. Redditors tend to be lonely people. But they get, some of them get pretty nice when people are nice to them. But anyways, he had written me a letter, and the handwriting subreddit was very helpful. And I basically, hello, how are you? You need to get that strawberry milk, bro. I basically had a designated notebook for handwriting practice, and I would just look up journaling prompts. At first, I used a random word generator, and nobody wants to give it to me. You need to ask, or you can just run to the like gas station. And I would write random words very, very, very slowly in the handwriting that I wanted. Almost like drawing. Is there no gas station within a walkable distance? I guess not, because this is America. And then I started writing random writing prompts, and it would just be like, what's your favorite childhood memory? What do you want to be when you grow up? And I got into this habit of like writing things, writing everything, because if I wrote everything, then that was really good writing practice for my handwriting. And I think that's why I got into the habit of writing everything, because I used to not be that way. I used to be pretty unorganized in that regard. Ah! He's taking my money. I hate how the police take so long to arrive. Ah, boo. The freshman. But eventually, slowly and gradually, my handwriting did turn into what it is now. That was something I genuinely never thought possible. To be fair, I didn't even think I would even get past being able to learn the kanas and read them. That just felt like something that was so far, far out of my reach or in the future. And forget being able to understand Japanese. I guess that is kind of how I feel about Russian. I I'm not a pessimist, but when learning anything new or trying to acquire a new skill, I tend to be like, oh my god, I don't know. I just now realized that this closes. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be good at this thing I'm trying to learn how to do. And so learning a new handwriting method, is this okay? I thought that was just like an empty cup. But I think learning Japanese and my handwriting kind of made it like digestible, like okay, you can learn how to do this thing. So that was pretty cool. And so around that time was when I developed the habit of making lists and writing a bunch of shit down. And I know like around COVID time, like everybody was picking up new hobbies, new habits, trying to like get their life in order. It was kind of like aestheticized, like, oh, walk in during quarantine and become a new you. It felt very dystopian, but I guess it was a coping mechanism. It was just kind of annoying. I was like, people are dying, bro. But I started writing down like routines, and I had a routine that I stuck to for a while. Daily routine that I quite enjoyed. And so because of that, I developed the habit of like, anytime there was like a change in life that would affect my routine, I would rewrite my routine to work around that. And I guess that's fine and good. I felt like, you know, it worked the first time. So why wouldn't it work endlessly? But it kind of... uh-oh. I made the mistake again, bro. Whatever. You're gonna get it. Yummy, yummy. Okay. Now, please. But it kind of became like quickly like a compulsive thing that went from like a genuine like good thing, and especially because I was somebody who was so unorganized, I would write down like my study routine, and you know, having autism and ADHD, it was nice to have everything like on a little list of like, okay, here's what I need to be doing. But I kind of like got obsessive with it to where like I was just like constantly writing down like new routines. Like I felt like I would get kind of anxious if I didn't have a routine, and so I would write these new routines. Anything I had to do, I would write a bullet list. And bullet lists used to help me, but I started like writing down so much. Like the moment I would sit down to write a bullet list, it was like I would remember just every single thing I possibly had to do and write that down. And then I'd like quickly get like overwhelmed, and it just like wouldn't get done. And it was like that little loop of like the agonized person. Oh shit, I wasted that. It was like that little loop of the agonized person where they're like, I just need to, I just need to, I just need to, and it's like you can fill in the blank with whatever it is they're saying. That was me with like making lists and routines. I don't know why. But so fast forward to today, or like modern day, when I think of like a journal ecosystem, I get scared. I'm kind of that I'm doing it too, like that I'm doing too much basically, because I'm like, some of those people, like, they have like 7 journals, and they're like, here's my reading journal, here's my school journal where I write down what I'm studying. Because in the bullet journal community, there's like, you have your bullet journal, and you have like, let's say you have your planner spread, you have your moods, you have, oh, honey ham, you have like, I guess some people put like a chronic illness tracker, your to-do list, your interests, and then some people even put little spaces in the journal where they can actually use it as a diary and write about their day. There's just so many things you can do. Some people have their reading trackers in there, others have an entirely separate reading journal. Same with all other media like movies, games, anime. If it takes up enough of your life and it's important enough, a lot of people have their own designated journal, which is fine. And so I have an anime journal. I have my bullet journal, which I used as a planner, and I'm kind of curious how to use it now because I bought a goose planner. Because I said in my bullet journal video that I kind of felt like I struggled to keep up with it. The drawing and planning of it every week. So I got a planner that works well for me, but I think I'm still going to use the bullet journal for other things. I just don't know what yet and what spreads I want to use. But I'm kind of scared because I like to compartmentalize things. I'm kind of scared that if I entertain this journaling ecosystem idea, that it's going to quickly become the list and routine incident where, like, every time I develop a new interest, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Fuck making a new spread. I'm just gonna start a new journal. So I'm kind of like, is this something that I could just put in like my everyday journal? Or is it something that needs its own thing? It's not that much of a crisis, but I'm kind of trying to prevent anything from becoming some sort of compulsive habit, because I kind of have to like kind of force myself to not make lists and routines now, because it got to the point where it was like hindering my way of life in a way. Like, I could waste away a day where I really had to get something done because I felt like, okay, before I have to do this, I need to either make a to-do list or I need to do all this other stuff. Why is this fucked up? I don't know. Apparently it's fine. I'll be like, okay, I need to make a to-do list, I need to make a to-do list. I need to make a planner for the day. And then it would be nighttime, and it was kind of like, did I just add ice to that, bro? Oh no. It's kind of like the illusion of productivity is what I would call it. I've seen this word used, but I've seen it used in a different way to refer to the TikTokers that make a profit off of just like recording themselves, like using all these Temu gadgets to clean their desk or something. And it's like a 30-step morning routine where they like wipe off their tablet screen and spray it, and of course like the Amazon links to everything are in the description. That's what I've heard the illusion of productivity is. Oh, that's too low. Oh no. Okay, I'll put that up there. But I mean, as like, I have this like compulsion where it probably is just procrastination as well, but this like paralysis where like I can't do anything unless it's like neatly organized and put into like a box. And for some reason in my brain's priority list, it puts that at the top. Like, it doesn't matter if there's something due in like 30 minutes, I need to handwrite a routine to get it done. A bullet list. Why is that so fucked up? We don't know. A bullet list to get it done. And it causes more problems. Almond matcha latte. Fuck. It causes more problems than it solves. But assuming that I have it under control, and that the journaling ecosystem, or just the journals I use, aren't going to explode into any sort of compulsive disorder spin-off. Twitch is free too. Uh-oh. I hope your internet's okay. My journals that I use, assuming that I've got it under control. I have an anime journal, and oh, steamed milk. And in there, I just have all sorts of fun little trackers of the animes I'm watching. All things anime. I write about animes and how they make me feel. I make cute little spreads. Pretty fun. And I also have, as I said, I wanted to start a symptoms journal maybe? Hello, personal garbage man, how are you? Oh my god, I need a back massage. Ah! And I also have my diary, or my journal, which I have really been enjoying, because I have kept a diary for the last 10 years. I'm pretty proud of it, proud of myself. That's already quite the feat. I remember the Christmas break that I made the decision to start one on my phone, just casually. And I just kept up with it, and I'm very grateful that I did that. So I implore everybody to start a diary. If you don't have one, it's just great. And so that already was pretty nice, but I decided to move it to a physical journal and then start keeping a physical one. And oh my god, I choked. And I didn't think about like how it would give me a physical place to put like stickers and stuff. And that's always fun. Little like movie tickets, things I get throughout the day, those go in there. It's pretty cool. I almost ended the night without selling these. So I heavily implore you guys to start a diary or a journal. A physical one, because I think that is so much more funner. But, so I have my anime journal and my physical journal. I'm possibly starting a symptoms journal tracker thing. And I was debating starting a reading journal, but I just don't know. Because I think that that falls under the compulsive category, because I am trying to read more, but it's not something that actively takes up that much of my mind. Like the people who are really passionate about reading, I'm trying to get there, but I don't want it to be just another compulsive thing where I'm like, okay, I need to track what I'm reading and all these trackers, or else I'm going to lose my mind. And then I have, let me think, I have my planner, and that's used as a bullet list. And I have a separate mini planner that I got from school for free that just has a 5-day work week with a little checklist. And I use that purely for educational things and what educational thing I'm doing that day. So it has whatever's next on my Khan Academy courses I'm taking. What I have to write about for my Russian writing practice, the topic. And it has my Japanese study that day. And it used to have like habits I needed to keep up with, but I ended up not using it for that reason. But I do want to post more journal content, I really do. I did finally buy a tripod. I'm hoping it looks fine and isn't like dookie ass. So one of the biggest hindrances for IRL videos for me were that I've been, as long as I've been doing YouTube and I had an IRL channel when I was younger, I have never had a fancy recording setup. I did have like a mini camera holder that I used back then sometimes, but that was made back when phones were really small, and so every time I put my phone in there, it feels like it's about to break, bro. And my phone is kind of getting too heavy for it, the bigger and fatter that phones get. Oh my god, can we make Dubai chocolate? Because there's pistachio. Let's see. Okay, and we got caramel. And chocolate caramel. Honey caramel. Caramel. Caramelized ham. Dubai chocolate. La boo boo. Okay. So if I wanted to record, I would just prop it up on a nightmarish stack of books or candles or cups or whatever and use that as a tripod. And if I wanted to record at all, I had to wait until it was a very specific time in the day where the sun was shining through perfectly. And that's hard enough to do already. But if I was like in a place where I was sleeping through that part of the day, it was kind of just like defeating. So I was like, oh, I didn't record today during that little window of time, then it's just not getting done. So I am very excited to have that. Why did that even come in, bro? I am excited to have that, like, limit lifted, I guess is how I'd say that. That freedom, creative freedom. Pretty cool. Lavender. Mango milk smoothie. Milk. So I think I will post more journaling content. I would really like to. I hope it's interesting for you guys. I think it's kind of cozy. Steamed milk. I used to be moving super fast in this game. I'm still learning. Oh my god, it's broken. Whipped cream. I keep forgetting to drink my drink. I'm having too much fun. black tea. Another one. A magical straw. It's pretty cool. It's the finishing touch. Mango. Blend. Coffee, oh my goodness, it's been... Where is the coffee cup? It's been so long since someone's ordered a coffee. Turkish coffee. One sugar. I haven't tried Turkish coffee. There is a Lebanese place near me that does it. Iced coconut mocha. Okay, they all want iced drinks. Oh, shit. I'm out of ice. My leg is falling asleep. Ah, no! Too much. Too much milk. Milk. Do you remember Magic Straw? I wonder if they still have it. It was like a straw that had little flavor things in it. Okay, this has steamed milk. I almost fucked that up. And it would basically flavor the milk as you drink it. But I remember it where is it? Is this a blendable thing? Oh shit, I'm running out of time to get one last customer in. Oh my god, hurry up. No. Oh no. Yeah, they had strawberry chocolate, cookies and cream. But I remember as a kid, it would kind of like, it was super flavorful the first sip, and then after a bit, it would just kind of go back to being milk. I don't really know how to describe it. I wonder if they're still around. I think I saw them, but that would have been like still a couple years ago. I think it was just called Magic Straw. I think you can look it up. You can see if it's still around. Just say that one hit of flavor. My god, you're starved for strawberry milk. Someone get this man some strawberry milk. There was some super fancy one I had in Japan when I was still a teenager. I couldn't drink, and I think I was one of the youngest people at school. Everyone else was in their 20s already. And it was somebody's birthday, so we went to an izakaya, which is known for, you know, like going there and drinking and getting some snacks. The snacks are cheap, but the drinks are, you know, drink price. Not as expensive as in America still, but you know. And I was particularly broke then. When I first got to Japan, it was a little rough and I really needed to budget. And after I got like financial stability, I was still budgeting really, really strictly because I was trying to save up money to visit my family for Christmas. So it'd be flying to America and back, which is a little hard when you're, I mean, it's like you're gonna have a hard time finding someone who can afford to fly to and from Japan at any stage in their life. So I was really penny pinching to come visit, and I did it, but I was a little apprehensive. So when I went, I was like, Just FYI, I can't afford to, like, you know, get a whole lot, and I can't drink anyways, so I was kind of hesitating even coming. And the girl was like, it's fine. So I got there, and I had to get a non-alcoholic drink, and I just got a strawberry milk, and it was really, really, really fancy. It was like milk with like just strawberry puree at the bottom, or puree, and it was really, really yummy. Did I call the right? Where did he go? I called a thief? Why can't I call the thief? Anyways, so I drank that. That was cool, but then at the end, everybody else was drinking. They were old enough to drink, and these were my Western classmates, so I already said how I feel about them. They were kind of racist towards darker skinned Asian people, or just not kind of, like, just straight up. And so I already was kind of iffy about them, and they would get really shady towards me. They kicked me out of the group chat that all the Western people made to, like, coordinate activities, because we were like the only English speaking people at all, so we tried to, like, you know, stay involved with one another. But they were pretty shady, and they kicked me out of the group chat because they said that I quote-unquote start too many conversations. I don't know what that means at all. I still don't know what that means. Nobody can tell me what that meant. And they then, after kicking me out, they made a new group chat without me, and they forgot that they kicked me out. So they would, whenever they would say things and I would say that I didn't, they'd be like, oh, are you coming to the thing? I'd be like, what thing? And they were like, oh, we talked about it in the group chat. And I was like, what group chat? Nobody's talked in the group chat. And then they would remember that they didn't invite me and then try to play it off. It was so fucking awkward, because I knew that they made a new group chat without me, and they would forget that they did, and then they were stupid. I don't know. But I would just act clueless, and I would just hang out with my Nepali friends that they hated so much. And so we were there. I already told them, hey, fair warning, I'm paying for what I ordered, okay? They were all drinking, and when we got the bill, I had an 800 and strawberry milk, and that was it. I think I might have ordered like a snack, but other than that, it, like, my bill was no more than like 1,000 N. What am I low on? It kept saying I was low. I think I'm okay. I think so. And so when it came time to pay the bill, everybody was like, oh, are we splitting the bill? Because it's always, you know, the people who rack up the biggest bills that are like, so are we splitting it? Because they don't want to pay for everything that they ate. So that means that people who ate less have to pay more, and people who ate more have to pay less. Oh my god, all I do is ruin everything. Whatever. I keep getting white chocolate and vanilla mixed up. And I was very firm because I was like, okay, I literally can't pay more than what I ate. I came with a fixed amount of cash. Not intending to go over that amount. Privetiki! Whoa. Why is it looking so scary? I don't think it has any steamed milk. And so immediately, like, everyone gets really defensive, and someone's like, one of the guys that was getting pissy was like, well, I already paid about 10,000, like, I think the total bill was like $300 something, which is crazy. I mean, granted, it was a group of like 8-10 people, But still, I genuinely don't know how much they had been drinking before I got there. Or, like, you know, how much their bills were, but they were like, oh, let's all split the bill, and I was like, no. That's not what we're doing. And I felt so bad because the birthday girl was looking very frazzled, and everybody was like, oh, okay, because somebody didn't pay what they needed to pay, and they apple milk smoothie. Do people drink apple smoothies? And they were getting very bickery, and I was just kind of watching it unfold. I felt really bad, but it eventually some people coughed it up and the bill was paid, and I felt really guilty, but also it wasn't really my problem. So yeah, that was awkward. But you know, it wasn't the most awkward experience I had with them there. I just felt bad for the birthday girl. Ah. And straw. Plat. There we go. Oh fuck, I was like, oh good. I can use up that, oh my god. I can use up that extra cup, and I accidentally grabbed a new one. Please be a nice drink. Oh, good, good, good. Caramel. Tomorrow Aki has a vet appointment because he needs to get his paperwork to officially start his quarantine to go to Japan. I think my biggest struggle is going to be definitely finding a apartment that will rent to a foreigner who has a pet. That will be hard. What was that? I don't know what that was. Missed opportunity for the police number to say Nyan 11. Nyan 11. Today I made onigiri shortly before the stream, and I had out for dinner. I had a pickled plum onigiri and tuna mayo. I fucked up that mix. One day I'm going to drink my drink wrong, and I'm going to fucking choke on stream. And it's gonna be that really awkward, like, choke noise and coughing, and I'm gonna be really embarrassed. And it's gonna suck. None of them want a ham croissant? What is their problem? What the fuck? You get a ham croissant. Thank you. Day old coffee. Louis. Okay. And I'll set that up. We can... Why Why is that broken now? I don't think I've ever had something break after hours like that. Oh my god, I realized yesterday that my mouse has Gamer Girl goo like pasted onto it. Just like gray dots that had been smudged in. And I was like, gross, so I tried to scrub it off. It took forever. Cause it was really on there, bro. Alright, I think everything is done. Make tomorrow's croissants. And I'm just gonna throw shit on here. Willy-nilly. I haven't made a new croissant in a second though. But I think I've unlocked all of the croissants that can be made. What are these? What? Oh, it's because I haven't unlocked the strawberries. I see. So I've unlocked everything. I think I can do some upgrades. Let's hope I don't run out of time. No! It undid everything I did! Oh, boo! All that work, bro. Stinky, stinky poo-poo head. Did I just put steamed milk in his drink? I think I did, bro. Oh my god, it's fucked up. I think I've said this before, but I said it out loud to a friend and they were pretty, like a couple days ago, they're pretty shocked to hear because I guess I never told them. But in my, how VTubing, I think I said changed my life. I saw another VTuber post the same video, same type of video on VTuber Day. Called it basically the same thing. Oh, I fucked it up. But I think it said how VTubing changed my life, but in that video, I said that I never originally, like, planned to be a VTuber, like, it wasn't even, I don't know, I don't know if I'm sure I fantasized about it, but probably in the same way that people fantasize about being YouTubers in general. I wasn't actively like, oh, I want to be a VTuber. I actually, what I wanted was I wanted to work with them. I wanted to like edit for them, manage them, things like that. And I did not think that I was like cut out to be one at all. I don't get this like espresso machine, it's kind of confusing to me. So then when my friend was like, oh, I think you should actually give it a shot, I think you'd be really good at it. What just happened? Oh, that was supposed to be an ice drink. Oh my god. So what is that? Oh, I see, that just needs almond then. But yeah, I actually, my friend was like, I actually cannot picture that happening ever. Like, to hear that, he was like, really? He said that he just couldn't picture me behind the scenes only. Cause I said I didn't think I would be entertaining enough. I thought I was quite boring. I didn't think anybody would want to hear me like talk and stuff. I fantasized about moving to Japan and just, you know, working with VTubers, either from my apartment or at like an agency. I had more of like a less dreamy fantasy, like I just wanted to work in like the business side of things. I thought that that'd be super cool. And you know, I mean, it's not like I'm unqualified for a job like that. I mean, definitely not like for big VTubers, but it's not like it's a job that there's no possibility I could get. So maybe one day a company would take me in as a trainee VTuber manager. But for now, oh my god, what did I do? Oh, there's no matcha in there. For now, I am very grateful at my little impulsive choice that I made. I'm gonna do just like some random bullshit. I don't know what the other croissants are aside from... Wait, no, I have strawberries. What? Am I stupid? I have strawberries. I have all this unlocked. So what are the other combinations I'm not... Because we can only combine 3 things, right, Yana? Methinks. Okay. Did I not prep the previous day? Oh shit. I did make a goal this year to upload more videos than I uploaded last year. Of course, not including lives or shorts. Just more long form videos, so I am trying to hit that goal. I only made that goal recently, but I saw Imirichu say that she made that goal in an old video from like 3 years ago. Why does it say milk, not... Okay. It does, it took a second. So I was like, well, that's a nice goal. I love little goals like that, you know? So I'll do my best. We'll see what videos I cook up to hit that threshold. Probably something horrific and awful. Knowing me. Girlfriend comforts you for your constipation. You know, I'm sure somebody would like a video like that. Sometimes when you're just sitting on the toilet and shit's painful, shit's dire, bro, and you be looking for any sort of comfort, I'm sure somebody out there would enjoy that video. They'd think it's funny. Oh, that's cute. I need to get on my A game, bro. Should put the croissant in there. What? Alrighty, I'm kind of on a roll today, bro. Today in the game, I mean. And strawberry, right? Two more. Oh my god. No. I wonder if there will ever be a time where I have all of these, like, memorized, kind of like IRL, like, oh, I fucked that up really bad, bruh. You get a whole apple. Hello, Butter Sticks, how are you? I hope you're having a lovely buttery day. Full of butter and sticks and butter sticks and stick butter. Not to be confused with sticks of butter. Alright, that didn't turn out too bad. Yeah, I'm kinda doing good today. Okay. I'm gonna try and prep. It might just be a glitch with this espresso machine though. I'm good, thank you for asking. Alright, put that shit there. And oh my god, I just had a fucking realization. Oh my god. Hashtag science brain explosion moment. Ow, I just like slurped my lip inside my mouth. So I showed a video of like my older self, like about almost like 10 years ago. And people were, I already acknowledged that I had a deeper voice, but I've said before that my voice was so deep when I was like a kid and a preteen and a teen, to the point where I got like accused and like beaten up for being trans at school, even though I wasn't. At the very least, I was just assumed to be like a dominant lesbian. And my friends were like, and you guys were like, how is it so deep like that? That doesn't even sound like you. And not only did it not sound like me, one, I can't recreate such a deep voice now. And two, that me could not have even sounded like the deepest voice I can do now. And I was just like, my theory was that maybe I had like, or I know that I had a hormonal imbalance when I was a kid. It ran in my family. So my theory was that I had one, and once puberty started and I started producing more estrogen, that kind of like raised my voice a bit. But I just realized that on top of that, I had to take estrogen pills because I was having hormonal issues, so they put me on estrogen. So it's probably both. I didn't think of that. I don't think, you know, estrogen doesn't change voices though. Testosterone changes voices, but estrogen, trans women still have to train their voice. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I've heard. They have a little bit of a harder time. Oh my god, wait, can I? Ah! Oh my god, guys! I can do multiple things! 3! I thought the limit was 2. The limit is 3. Holy shit. Is everything topped? Darn, still no new croissants though. Pooey. Oh. I am quite rich over here, so let me take a little look-see. Faster water flow, faster, more ice. Okay, both of these. Got 100 left. Okie dokie, let's start the day. Okay, my prep is still here. Thank God. Oh, it has heart ice. That is so cute. Ooh, I fucked that up. That was bad. Why so many croissant fans today? That poor guy's been waiting forever. Oh, good. Good morning, sleepyhead. Ah, there. Yes. Pee. Giggle shitter. Milk, yes, check. Check, milk, check. Straw. Flat. Oh my god, this poor dude's been waiting on his croissant forever. He got here first and he got served last. What a patient soul. Chocolate, syrup, steamed milk. Oh, that's just a hot chocolate. I think something just like fell over outside. And I don't know if it's Aki or like something outside of the house. I can't tell if it was inside or outside. Just outside in general. so many Apple fans here today. Oh my god. What is that? Vanilla milkshake? Let's see if I can get one more customer. 6 seconds. Ah! Chocolate. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. Try. Poorly prepared? What do you mean? Ooh, I called too many police. I think. Yeah. There you go. I wonder if I'm technically like a playtester, because the game's already out. But do you think that they would appreciate me reporting bugs? I mean, surely they would, right? Like that one where I accidentally accepted the police officer's order, but I didn't have like what he wanted, but it was already accepted, so he just stayed here indefinitely, and I had to restart the night or the day. So do I just say, here's the stream, here's the time that it happened and what happened? You know, when I imagine they'd like that, right? Okay, it's all clean. I think I'm gonna make this my last day. Let me see. Oh geez, this is a short stream. I'm sorry. I thought I'd be here a little longer. Let me upgrade some stuff though. I made some good bank. I hit like a flow state. Yes, I did. Can you do Dubai chocolate caramel nut? Salt, cheese, ham, cheesy berry ham, or no cheesy nut berries? Dubai. Oh, Dubai chocolate cheese. Dubai. Oh, Dubai salt chocolate berry. No new flavors yet. Faster grinding. Nobody really orders coffee. The milk is what plagues me. And the ice. Max level. We're moving up. We're moving up in the world. Automatically cut multiple fruits. Well, okay. We had the perfect amount for that. Alright, I'll go ahead and wrap it up here on day 29. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you, mods, for making sure everything goes smoothly. Thank you all for spending a little under 2 hours with me. I feel so bad. Sorry for the short stream. I will see you guys tomorrow for... what is tomorrow? Let me check. Mega Man 11. I hope you guys are hyped. Have a great rest of your days and nights and 24 hours. And ja, mata na. Bye bye. Paka paka.